Hey, welcome to Peace Out Kitchen. This is Bro. Hey, I got a request that somebody made, so I'm going to make a pork tenderloin. And I don't think a lot of people even think about making pork tenderloin, but it's very good. I mean, I'm going to show you how to make it. Actually, I'm going to make it tomorrow. We have to do kind of a little marinade overnight to make it a little better. Pork tenderloin. I'm sure everyone's heard of beef tenderloin, filet mignon, things like that. This is from the same part of the animal, but this is from a pig, obviously. I bought this today at my local meat store. The pork tenderloin was $5.99 a pound, and the beef tenderloin I saw was $25 a pound. So, I love the beef tenderloin, but for 25 bucks a pound, you can't be doing that a lot. So I'm going to show you how to do this. Tomorrow I'm going to make it on the grill, but for now let me show you how I get it all ready and marinate. You can buy them in the grocery store. They come in like a vacuum sealed pack. They've got some marinade in, though I would advise against that. So you buy it like this, and you got a little bit of trimming up to do. This part right here, it's called silver skin. It's not fat. It's like part of the tendon or something like that, and you got to get this off here because it's kind of rubbery. So what you do is just take your knife and make a small opening in the silver skin, just enough to get your finger in. See if I can get my finger in here. I do have to cut a little more. Okay, get your finger in there. Then just get your knife and kind of hold it tight while you just slide your knife through the silver skin. That's the easiest way to get it off there. And then once you get to this side, just pull it tight as you trim. There we go. And then I'm just going to trim some of this fat off of here too. Okay, so we got this trimmed up. There's not a lot of fat on this piece of meat, so when it cooks, it has a tendency it wants to dry out, because fat makes your meat a little moist. So what we're going to do is we're going to marinate it overnight in my concoction here that I'm going to mix up, and this will help keep the meat moist when it cooks. There's no bone, there's no fat. This thing is going to turn out real good. Alright, so I got a big plastic bag. I got 4 cloves of garlic in here that's all kind of smashed up. Let me throw this piece of meat in here, and I'm going to mix my stuff up in a bowl, and then we're just going to pour it in the bag and then just throw it in the fridge. Alright, I'm going to start out with some apple juice. Apples and pork, like pork chops and applesauce. Apple kind of goes with pork. So I'm going to put maybe a cup and a half to 2 cups of apple juice in there. I'm going to put a little honey in here. We're going to sweeten it up a little bit more. I used to use brown sugar, but the brown sugar tends to get on the meat and it will burn. The outside of the meat will burn when it's on the grill. I'm going to put some hot sauce. We're going to make this sauce, it's going to be sweet, but it's going to be a little bit spicy too. Going to put some chili powder, maybe about a tablespoon. Going to put some black pepper. And I'm going to put I got some teriyaki sauce. You can also use Worcestershire. It's going to give it a little bit of flavor, but it's going to put some salt into this mixture here. I'm not putting any salt in, but this stuff's just loaded with salt. Alright, going to give this a stir, kind of get that honey mixed around a little bit. When you pour it in the bag, you want to just make sure that the meat is covered. It doesn't have to be drowning in this mixture, but just make sure it's got a nice little cover on it. Actually, you're going to taste the garlic in the meat more than any of this hot sauce and that, but it does add a little bit of something to the meat after you cook it. Alright, I'm going to dump this in the bag, throw it in the fridge, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, I said yesterday I'll see you again tomorrow. It's tomorrow. I took the tenderloin out of the plastic bag that was marinated, and when I cracked open the bag, the smell of garlic just hit me in the face. I love garlic. It was a great smell. I drained all the liquid off. I took it out of the bag. I kind of patted it dry with a paper towel. Remember yesterday I said I didn't put any salt in in the marinade, I use that teriyaki sauce for a little salt. Well, I'm going to salt it now before I put it on the grill. And I'm going to grill this. I've made it like on a George Foreman type grill before. I've made it on the grill. You could probably put it in the oven and bake it. I'm going to put it on the grill, like the grill, the backyard grill. And I'm going to put some smoke on it. And I'm going to show you how I do that here in a second. Let me get the salt and pepper on here first. And then this thing will be ready to go. So I just got your basic gas grill, and the way you turn it into a smoker is you buy one of these boxes. They're called smoker boxes. And inside the smoker boxes go these wooden pellets. And these pellets come in, the best way to put it is different flavors. You know, you can have cherry smoke, mesquite, hickory. These particular ones here are pecan. When I use pork, I like to use the pecan. So you just dump them in here, and they'll go on the grill. I'll show you in a second how this thing fits on the grill. And then, if you have a charcoal grill, like a regular charcoal grill with briquettes, you want to get those like pieces of wood, and you soak them in water, and you just set it on the charcoal, 2 or 3 pieces. They don't provide smoke. These, you don't have to soak them in water or anything. But what I do is just kind of spritz them with a little water. That way they won't smoke out too fast. And I'm only going to cook that on the grill maybe about 45 minutes. So this should be enough to last maybe about a half hour. Get a half hour's worth of smoke on the meat. And it'll taste real good. So let's get this meat packed up and let's go outside. What a beautiful sunny day to be cooking outside. I love it. Well, not really. It's freezing cold out here. But as long as you're not at work and you got the grill going, it's a beautiful day. So I got the grill set up for indirect grilling, and let me show you how that goes here. I got a 3-burner gas grill. I got the fire going here, I got the fire going here. There's no fire in the middle. This is where I'm going to set the meat. So basically this grill is kind of like an oven. It's going to be like an oven. I've prepared everything properly, scraped the grate off, get all the crap that was on there before. Now I'm going to oil the grate before I put on the meat. Just get a paper towel like this and just spread some oil on there. It's 2 things happen when you do that. The meat's not gonna stick, and it's gonna be easier to clean up at the end. All right, that's good. Now I'm gonna get my smoker box. Remember the smoker box I talked about earlier? The way this gas grill is set up, the smoker box sits right there. Let me turn the fire back on. I didn't want to burn myself. Meat goes on. Here we go. I'm going to try to run this about 350 to 400. Like I said, about 45 minutes. About 20 minutes from now, I'm going to come out here and check it. I'll have you back here when I do that. See, that's those pellets providing smoke there, and that's getting on the meat. So you can see it does do a lot of smoke. All right, it's been about 20 minutes. Let's see how we're doing. Oh yeah, that looks good. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to give it a little squirt with some apple juice, just to kind of add a little moisture to the meat. Like I mentioned before, this tenderloin doesn't have much fat in it, so it has a tendency to want to dry out. Give this a little squirt. We're about halfway done cooking, I'd say. The smoker box already ran its course, so I took it out, and we'll let this go about another 20 minutes, half hour, and I'll see you then. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention earlier, which I always do forget stuff. If you just have a regular charcoal grill, you can take your coals and just move them to one side, and then set up a drip pan on this side where there's no coals, and then cook your meat over here. Same sort of hookup, and it'll work just as done here. Oh, look at that. That looks like, doesn't that look good? I'm going to wrap it up in some foil, and we're just going to let it sit for about 10 minutes or so. Let me hurry up and get it wrapped. Alright, so we're going to cut this into medallions, and this is cutting just like butter. I'm hardly putting any pressure on this. Oh, look at this. It's juicy. It's hot. Alright, so give the pork tenderloin a try. As you can see, it wasn't that hard, and your family and friends will be like shocked. I'll eat this last piece. You made this. Oh, you can taste the sweetness from the marinade, from the honey and the apple juice. You can taste the smoke you put on it. Taste a little bit of the heat from the hot sauce and the chili powder we put in the marinade, but not much. If you like it, if you like stuff that's real hot and spicy, this is not very hot and spicy. It's good. I talk with my mouth full, but I want to eat it while it's hot. This bro for PeaceOutKitchen on our previous videos, we put a lot of, we threw some comedy things in. This one I didn't, but we're going to put something on the end. It's a video we did before that everything went wrong that could go wrong. So we never put it up, but we're going to put a little snippet at the end to just kind of show you what happened with that video. So try the food, keep watching the videos. Peace! So the best thing to do is if you want to make some guacamole, buy your avocados like early in the morning for something later that night, or even the day before, and the next day they'll be ready to go. So like this one is so hard that you probably hurt somebody, or break something or something. Alright. Wow, it is smushy now. It's like really smushy. Yeah. Just hit it against the light and that'll ripen it up.